Hey guys, good morning. So today's vlog will be sequential, and apparently it's also going to start out like it did yesterday, foggy. Like I said yesterday, I believe that Angie and I are going to try and sit down and answer and go over everything from the weekend and stuff. It was a very fun camping trip, although I don't feel like we did a whole lot. I guess we kind of did because we did camping stuff. It was great. It was in the mountains. It was in nature. It doesn't get much better than that. So we're about ready to head back through all the pretty trees where I was last week. This is the University of Puget Sound campus. And the only way that I know that is because I just passed a sign that said University of Puget Sound. After the light turns green and after this car in front of us starts to go, we will go. See, just like this. Look, I can predict the future. So I guess these trees look better when the sun's out, but they're still pretty.
On the right.
Oh look, it's a Halloween house. Neat. That's awesome. I've seen a couple of them this year. That's cool. All right, so I have a little bit of a headache starting to happen here. This morning I picked up a distributor and it was a remanufactured part, and the only reason why I'm using a remanufactured part in this instance is because a new distributor is like $700. So that's just like crazy and outrageous, so we went with a lower cost remanufactured one. I get to the job site in North Tacoma and I take it out of the box and I go to spin the distributor and it's like making noise, and it's like it's not right. It's not right. It's like somebody dropped it or something. So just to make sure I was on the right track though, I took the wires from the old one and put them on the new one and spun it just to make sure that we had spark and everything, because that's where the problem lies. We didn't have spark, we didn't have fuel injector pulls, the vehicle wouldn't run. So I call the hub up and I say, hey, I need a different one because this one is defective, and they said okay. So I go back and I get it. I have to wait for it a little while because, you know, they had to get it from their supplier. And then I get back out here and remember those wires I talked about? Yeah, I left them on the old, the bad unit that I just got through giving back to them. So I have to go all the way back, grab the wires off of it, and come all the way back out here. And my appointment here was at 11 o'clock. It should have taken an hour and I was going to be done, and it's now 1:30. The only thing I have going for me is that my PM appointment, my 3 o'clock appointment, canceled. So, hey, I've got the rest of the day, kind of. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me vent. I appreciate it. Well, in case any of you guys wanted to know how our chimney project was going, Angie finished the paint on it the other day. I'm not sure if I filmed it, and then we just got the chimney cap here in the mail. So we've got this on there, and I went and put an extra layer of silicone to kind of hopefully adhere it and lock it down a little bit. Years ago I used to have some up there, and then during a windstorm it blew off and it hit the roof. Luckily it didn't make it leak, but I don't want to repeat that. So there we go. And then this one here we still have to get a block off plate for, because that's the actual fireplace. This is just for the furnace, so we had to keep the one on the furnace. This one's going to get blocked off. That's all I've got to do, block that one off, and we're all done. But oh my gosh, she looks so much better. That's so funny. I just sat down and got all this ready, and I was ready to start filming and realized that the camera was not mounted yet. So here we go. I'm gonna mount you guys. Don't say I didn't mount you, because I just did. Okay, so we're going to do some... Did I scare you? No. Oh, okay. So we're going to do some comments and catch up and whatnot for this last weekend. It was amazing. It was awesome. All right, guys. Happy hunting. See you tomorrow. Bye. Just kidding. Yeah, it was so much fun. So for the vlog, I can't remember what the name of this was. Hold on. We didn't get our spot. So this is October 1st, and I'm not confused about the whole vlog time continuum thing. I'm just confused about what we did unless I actually sit down and think about it. So Friday we left after. I don't have to rehash. You guys watched them, I think. Halloween Fur looks like a lot of fun, and Phoenix is such an amazing kid. Yes, he is. And he likes camping, which is like, yes, a major score.
Thank goodness.
And I know, right? And he's doing better too. He is coming into his own, and he's learning so much, and we couldn't be prouder of him. Vandal NSX, you guys are brave to be sleeping outside this time of year. Fortunately, we are allowed to have fires in BC again since September 1st. Wow.
Yeah, my kids went camping last weekend too, so I imagine they had a fire then. I never asked them if they had a fire or not.
Has it rained up there? Is it still as dry as it is here? Wow.
I don't know about on the island, but
Chilliwack
is the same as here.
Wow.
But it's way warmer this year than last year, because we camped October 1st weekend last year, and when we woke up in the morning, there was ice on the dogs' water, and there was frost everywhere.
I thought you were going to say ice on the dogs.
But
Buffy's like, yeah, I had ice on me.
It literally feels like the beginning of September, not the beginning of October. It's pretty warm.
Yeah, and even so, you checked, and we don't have rain for the next 10 days, and day highs are 71 Fahrenheit.
Well,
which is ridiculous for this time of year. I remember doing the haunt every year. When we used to do the haunt here, we would have crappy weather trying to set up and everything in October. Not the first week of October,
75, 77, 76, 77.
With overnight lows around 50, 47. Wow. Yeah, so I think it's funny how you're starting to do...
No, it's only in that because I was either talking to you or Laura, and...
Oh.
But it's normally...
Well, it's 14 degrees Celsius outside right now.
It's going to be 25 degrees this weekend.
Yeah.
Which is absurd for October.
Mr. Bro, one day late. It was 1:30 here in Germany when you posted this, so not the first, but I still liked and commented. Mm-hmm. Can't believe only 6 other comments. It happens. It happens. Oh, I've got a thumbs up your guys' comment.
Nobody likes camping.
Oh, yeah, right. Cap Zone 2. First!
Wow.
Wow, good to hear from you. Oh my gosh, it's been forever. And Sean Claunch. So, Mount Si is a little impressive, but come see me when you do Mailbox Peak.
Come see us after we do Mailbox Peak. We'll be too tired.
Right.
If you can do Si, you can do Mailbox. There's not that much difference between the two if you do the haystack on
I was going to say, most people that have hiked Si, especially the ones that I've talked to, most of them don't go all the way to the top. So, in my eyes, that means that you didn't go all the way.
I think they've gone to the top, and it does kind of look like the top. Until you go like this and look, and it's like...
Yeah, there's another 400,
big rock up there.
400 feet, 200 feet, 300,
I have
something
no idea.
Like that.
It's way
between
up there.
200 to 500 feet additional to get up there, so, yeah. Anyway. All right. Finding memories of Dad while camping. Whew, oh, that was a tough one. I watched the vlogs today because I hadn't seen it, and yes, I watch them because I like to see the fruits of my labor after I've done them or something like that. And I don't know, whatever. And it's nice to sit back and watch them. And I made it through it. I didn't cry, I didn't break down, but I just kind of also didn't really pay attention too much. Judy Gillen, you said Pabst. Looking for the bottles on what it was. So I thought it might have been Henry Weinhardt's. But I don't know. I still want to get... Oh, Jolson, you say it looks like a red stripe bottle. And that's what Ben Massey was also thinking. So, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to do a little bit of research before I recycle them, because if I can get a buck out of them, I'm going to get a buck out of them. Mr. Bro, back home. Hi again. Jim Erickson. Jim. Hey, yeah. That is an old Heidelberg beer bottle. Oh, okay. Hi. Okay, and Miss Bro. Wow, that is incredible with the claim. 41 years and it was still there. I had to pause the video and was at a loss for words. So how does the claim work? Are you allowed to still go prospecting there, or do you have to make another claim? What about that paper? Do you have to leave it there, or can you take it with you? Okay, so it's claimed by somebody else now. I can take that post and I can take it out of there, and it's not illegal. It's that claim doesn't exist anymore because my dad sold them several years ago. In fact, looking at the paperwork that was in there, it looks like 2010 was the last year that it was filed. And then shortly after that, the dad sold them. I cannot work the claims anymore because my name's not on it. If I want to join the club that purchased the claims, then I can do that. But just in case, off chance one of them is watching, I don't want to diss them too bad. But oh my gosh, just
you know
about every time.
We've never had a good experience with the few members that we've met.
Yeah,
they're really rude and almost threatening a couple times.
Yeah,
they're just not.
One guy just like
nice.
Walked straight into camp and
not kind of like at ease walking in, but like just all. Yeah.
I'm a prick. Look, I'm absorbing, asserting. Never mind. Authority.
Yeah. We were less than impressed with their behavior. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Oh, you always have a way of putting things. So what else? And then the paperwork in it. Like I said yesterday, I didn't take anything with me. The paperwork is called assessment. You have to do an assessment on the claim every year, and you have to file with the BLM, which is your Bureau of Land Management. You have to file with the county. You have to file with, I think, the state. It's just like so many, and that's why Dad got rid of them, is because there's so many regulations and so many things. And then also with the environmental aspect and the fish spawning, you can only work it at certain times, and you can only use certain equipment. So it's just like, oh my gosh, too much.
Looking at that creek, I am surprised that they still allow it.
Yeah.
Honestly, because they are wreaking havoc on that creek as far as fish habitat goes.
If you were to
that's
just
all I'm going to say about that.
If you
I
just
don't agree with
sluice
it.
and pan, that would be okay. But dredging, it's a bit much. Dennis McIntosh, have you guys ever watched the International Space Station fly over your house? Yes, I believe that I have, and we kind of looked into it, and I don't think that's what that was, because it was going the wrong direction. Because the sun rose over there, and that's east, and you said it was south-southwest, and that was like the opposite direction.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Oh. Trip 27, Never Cry Wolf actually was a movie from 1983 about a totally unprepared, you say unprepared, but who knows? You use big words, and I don't know all of them. A university researcher who went to Alaska to study wolves. Yes, and I remember he went and he like marked his own territory with the wolves, and he was studying them. And you say that he actually was eating the mice as an experiment. That was very interesting to read because it brought back that movie. My dad loved that movie. In fact, little known fact, that movie, Never Cry Wolf, my dad recorded the wolf cries on it. Now remember, this is back before the days of the internet. This, like you said, 1983. So he took a cassette tape and he recorded these. And then when we went up camping with my Uncle Jim and my Aunt Connie, my aunt that just recently passed away a couple weeks ago, he played that cassette tape in the truck. He went and rolled down the windows and turned it on and played it. Freaked my Aunt Connie the F out. Oh my gosh, it was so hilarious. Oh man, good times. Jason Styles, what a cool thing to find, so neat. Assume you left it there. Yes, I did. Van Island SX, wow, it was great that you found your dad's old Discovery post at one point on the trail cam footage. The temp dropped to 3 degrees Celsius. Burr. I didn't see that, but I wasn't paying attention to it because the date and the time were wrong on it.
It was June or something, end of June or beginning of July or something like that.
Something like that.
But I don't doubt that it maybe did drop that low, but still warmer than it was last time we went camping.
Vlog Soup, love the mouse footage. I believe the glass bottle is a beer bottle from the 60s from what I found about the stamps. Oh my gosh, your dad's claim, what a special moment that was. So glad it was still there and intact. That made me weepy. Me too. I can't get over the fact that it's still there and it hasn't rotted away. I mean, it's leaning, but it was still
there.
In there. Amazing. Dad must have put like some stuff on it to make it not rot. I've never seen that many ladybugs in one place. Great fish footage. Whoa, Phoenix, great broom. Wow. I didn't know this.
Yeah, he asked, he was really curious about making a broom because he kept bringing up all these, I think it's a ponderosa pine, maybe, I think.
I want to make sure you keep talking. I want to make sure we're still recording.
He kept bringing me all of these needles. He's like, these would make a great broom. These would make a great broom. And I said, well, I'll gather up a whole bunch and you can make one. So he gathered some on our walk. and then he gathered them around the campsite, and I brought some twine specifically for him because the last time we were up there he was trying to make stuff, and I was like, I need something that's like biodegradable, that if it gets left up there it's not going to hurt anything. So I got the twine out and showed him what to do for the first little bit, and he did all the rest himself.
That's cool. I thought that you had more of a hand
all
in
by
it.
himself.
That is so cool. So I'm glad that he kept it then.
Yeah.
I was going to... He keeps sticks. He keeps rocks. He wants to bring them all back to the house, and I was actually going to try and convince him to leave the broom there.
We could actually, when we redo his room, make like a whole wall into a nature scene, and every time he goes somewhere he can just put a new one up.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's got a lot of sticks and rocks in his room. And they're outside all over the place, too.
Laura also says, from the brightness and the speed, I believe that was the International Space Station, not a satellite. I could be wrong, but Matt and I used to have a tracker on our phone that would let us know when it was going over, and that's what it looks like. It quite possibly could have been, but I don't know. It was pretty bright, and it stayed bright. Tony Ferguson, wow, amazing find. Thanks again for sharing your story with us. Love you, dude. Oh, thanks, Tony. And I'll be getting around to the Patreon video chats and calls this month, I promise. Mon E, those memory moments have a way of creeping up on you without notice. Even years later, they will still bring tears to your eyes. Great vlog. I am late watching as I am still in Quebec. Triv27, Troy, I'm glad that you found your dad's old claim post. Finding a piece of personal history like that is something to be cherished. And then we touched on this last night already, so I'm not going to rehash it tonight. But talking about possible memorial there. And yeah, I've thought about it, and I've decided against it because I don't want to bring more stuff to put out in the wilderness. I guess it would be the same thing as, like, stacking a bunch of rocks all around it, because I know that you said that people shouldn't do that. So we're not going to make a monument. Murray Winton, amazing moment finding your dad's claim still there. Wow, love the fish footage. The little broom Phoenix made is awesome. He did an excellent job. Looked like a wonderful camping trip, and how you all have me super excited for my upcoming road trip through Washington. You're going to love it. Halloween Fur, have you guys seen the newest Stranger Things yet? You made me think of it when you said, I don't like this, Angie, and my dad found an old beer bottle while camping once at a spot we used to go to that he went to with his parents, and he was little, and thinks that it might have actually been his dad's that left it. Wow. I know it's very bad, but I guess people didn't even think about it way back in the day, and my dad kept it because he thought it was cool. That is great that you found what you and your dad did, even if it was hard because of memories. It's still pretty awesome. It really was. And Stranger Things, a new one. Yes, we've seen that. There's not a newer one that I'm not aware of.
Well, unless they've released, I don't think they've released the last of it.
I don't know. Maybe we should.
I'm pretty sure we're up to date.
Check that out. I think we're up to date still.
When did I say that though? Did I say I didn't like this?
Oh,
was that when we were checking out the regular campsite and the guy was camped there and I said that?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I didn't like that. But I am glad that we got the difference, that we went to the other site instead, because that turned out to be pretty good.
Oh, except for the upper road, there's definitely more traffic.
There was more traffic, but to experience a campsite closer to the road there, this was the only time of year that we could have done that.
Oh, yeah.
In the summertime, forget it.
It's too packed. Dennis McIntosh, hi again. Oh, this is yesterday's vlog. Ireland through my lens and more. First. Bren, oh man, mice content. Holy moly, but I'll pass. Yuck.
Oh, come on.
They're so cute. Mr. Bro, just now got notified. I thought you were late again. Wow, 4 hours late. Damn gremlins. Oh, darn gremlins. My bad. Halloween for the footage of the mouse was kind of cute. They can be cute little animals. I just don't want to see them in my house unless they're a pet. So and they are cute, but we made sure that we didn't touch them and didn't get near them because they can carry all sorts of disease.
I always have disinfectant wipes. Those are great these days. I'm glad they make those to disinfect the whole camp kitchen surface area every morning because they're going to be all over
on
at night,
everything.
Right? So, as a precaution, I always do that anyway. And we didn't catch any mice. Well, we caught mice, but they all hopped back out because the
bin was too shallow.
Although I don't know what we would have done with them if we'd caught a whole bucket of them for the morning.
We would have, we would have counted them and tipped it over and watched them all go. Trip 27, you know that camperitis gets any worse, you're going to have to invest in a hot tent setup. No thanks, because we want to experience the camp. We don't want to be hunkered down in just one.
I've camped with one of those setups, and you stay nice and warm, but you stay inside the tent. And if we're just going to stay inside the tent, I'd just rather stay home and go out for the day exploring and then come back home.
Van L NSX, great vlog. Ireland through my lens and more. Hey guys, second as well, LOL. But seriously, that new camp spot was really, really cool. I am shattered after our weekend away across the country. It was awesome.
Ooh.
Shattered.
He was shattered. I guess that's what we were after Mount Si. We were shattered.
Oh, I see.
I hope you had fun on your trip across the country.
Tony Fredrickson, holy stars, hope you have a good Monday. Well, actually, Monday wasn't bad. Today was like, ugh. Jason Styles, speaking of fair and square, nice Jack t-shirt, fair and square. So you remember the whole fair and square thing. And holy cow, that's a fantastic view. I can only imagine what the night sky would look like.
Oh my gosh, I know.
CNS Services, I love the matching Guardian Recovery beanies or toques. I wish I knew where I could get one of those awesome hats. Y'all make them look good. Looks like you guys had fun. It was a great vlog. Keep it up, Troy. You know I'm here. Thanks, Clarence. That's awesome. Oh, I'm sorry, CNS.
The only thing about the fantastic views at that other campsite is that if we do camp there, there's houses across the valley. What, 3, 4, 5?
5, 6 that we can see.
So that part's a little bit weird because you're not actually as secluded and private as you think you are.
No outdoor fornication there. Ben Massey, excellent road footage. So neat to find the claim all this time later. You may always carry your dad with you in many ways. Enjoyed vlogs through these past few days. Thank you. Well, you're absolutely welcome. Thank you guys for joining us. And yeah, it's the road footage. I could have went and put a lot more in there because I thought it was extremely beautiful and I didn't realize it when I was driving it. So maybe not for you guys, but maybe for like a historian kind of thing, something on the channel, just one video, we might go back and like do a beginning to end road footage, just in case anybody is interested in seeing it. And I would like get the camera warranted, open up the lens so you could see like everything left, right,
we should
and
get
center.
that done because
right now it's really beautiful.
We've lost out on some nice footage because of that.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting it warranted? Yeah, we should. I mean,
getting this much of the picture instead of this much.
Like we don't have anything else going on right now. I know. Murray Winton, that new spot Angie found is wonderful. It's a wonderful camping spot. It's beautiful. The mouse footage made me giggle. Me too, especially at the very end. The very end where the mouse just goes, yeet. Trip 27, I don't know about the pants, but in 1969, Walt Disney Productions firmly established that the computer wore tennis shoes. Oh, I get it. Technology. Okay, that's it, guys. This has gone on long enough. I'm done. I'm going to bed.
Good night.
All right. Happy hunting. See you guys tomorrow.
Good night.